Good morning, Reiki. Thank you for always being there for me. Good morning, dear Sangha. Grateful for your presence. Thank you for rising with me each and every day, as the bodhisattvas of the world do. May this day find you well, at peace and at rest, with purpose and with clear insight for this day. I bring tidings of technical difficulties, spiritual callings. I will say that, yes, this was to be day one of private streaming for the Patreon group. Technical difficulties are putting a little bit of a wrench into that, and that's okay. And just in alignment with our teachings and our practice, I presented the challenge, the obstacle to my meditation, and received the understanding to come forward here this morning. So we may be behind a day or two or a few, but we will be there. And so we are streaming from both. Those watching from the Patreon side may have issue today, so I'm making sure that we're available to everyone. And I'm grateful to see so many friends in the house. So, and it's a big day for prayer warriors. So we have some people suffering, and we have some people in extended hospital stays and having very, very big surgery this morning. So it's a calling to round up the prayer warriors and step forward and enter into this new Monday, this dawn of a new week, this purposeful time for us to come together and be who we are and do what we do. And so I feel called to bring together Sangha. I feel it is very important to be diligent with our practice today, because we will be needed, and we will be needed early. And so I ask that we begin to work on our awareness. And we just accept that presence. And wherever we are in this moment, though we are together, our practice demands that we bring our awareness home to that self. And so for the next several minutes of breath, let's work on spending time with ourselves. First, beginning to notice more clearly where we are, how we are sitting, how we are supporting ourselves. Balance our comfort and our level of alertness. And just let our presence, our awareness, our mindfulness run through the inside of the physical body and scan for areas of discomfort to address any of those hindrances to meditation. As we scan through the body, we may be called to make any adjustments to our sitting that will provide more structure for meditation. And this is always our first step. Maybe we adjust our seat's bones so that we become more connected to our chair, establish that firm grounding that allows us to remain upright with good posture. Maybe we move into a lotus or a half lotus to be comfortable on our meditation cushion or the ground. Hopefully we've all kicked off our shoes. Let's now bring all of our awareness to our shoulders. Just thinking about them, being present with them. And spend a few moments thinking about the purpose of our shoulders. And we want them to relieve them. We want to relieve our shoulders of their effort through this practice. Our shoulders are helpful body parts. They want to extend and reach and assist during times that we don't need them to. And so just for today, just for this practice, we say rest, dear friends. We got this. Because next we bring our awareness to the very bottom of our spine. And our practice for this morning involves running our awareness up and down through our spinal column. Being present as we elongate, stretch, and reach through our torso. Tilting up our head and our neck as we draw in breath and elongating. All while keeping our shoulders perfectly relaxed and at ease. Don't allow them to assist. Don't allow them to hunch and try to help. This is our mindfulness practice today. Now bring your awareness to your breath as we begin to put these pieces together. We don't have to change anything yet. Just become aware of how we're breathing in this moment and how each breath affects our physical body. And be mindful of the movements we just began. As we draw in breath, we allow our spine to slowly elongate. Begin tilting the chin up. Allow the head and the neck to look up to facilitate a complete inhalation. Continue to elongate, stretching the spinal column throughout the completion of our inhalation. And as we reach capacity, we simply release. Allow the head and the neck to gently fall back to eye level. And just slowly allow that release to happen. Do not force your exhalation for this practice. Returning to the inhale again. Same movement. Elongating the spine. Tilting the head and neck up. Drawing in breath to completion. And allowing that release as it happens. Stay present and continue this movement. All while our visualization begins at the bottom of the spine. With each inhalation, it rises through the spine. As we release and exhale, it returns to the bottom of our spine. This awareness is our healing chi. It is our prana. It is our kundalini rising. This is what we are training. This is what we are practicing. And release. With our relaxed shoulders, with our constant mindful presence, breathing in, elongating the spine, looking up. Just visualize that sacred Kundalini rising up through the spine, healing, massaging the spine from within, and then release and exhale. Continue with this practice. Starting our day with a gentle spinal massage, stretching, elongation. And the key is to remain with relaxed shoulders. As you get more and more into a rhythm with this movement, with the visualization, and with the breath practice, begin to even out your breathing sequence. And allow this to become more fluid. There are no moments of holding our breath. It's a consistent cycle, breathing into completion, allowing the release, inhaling again. Remember, we don't breathe out to completion, we just release. And then we begin breathing in again. This feeds the Kundalini spirit, the energy that we are rising up through the spine. Oxygenating our cells, building, creating that chi, that prana throughout our system. Those of us that suffer back pain and neck pain will find tremendous relief through this practice. But only if we make sure our shoulders are not working. You may find it helpful to be at open palms on your lap in front of you or on the surface in front of you. You are literally in the practice of creating powerful energy for yourself, or taking yourself through a personal massage or chiropractic session. Setting the tone, paving the way for tremendous relief of physical pain and discomfort throughout this day. At no time does our chin come close to our chest. With our release, we come back to eye level, always with this amount of space between our chin and our chest. Immediately breathing back into our elongation. Over the next few breaths, we're going to begin increasing the pace of our breath to further elongate, to further oxygenate, and to further increase that chi that we are rising and creating. And to do this, we're essentially going to breathe in more powerfully, more forcefully, more completely through the nose, still to completion, and still with that release. So the additional effort here is upon the inhalation. allowing the increase of pace to our breath. We'll continue to add on. Don't skip any pieces. Continue to have your awareness running up and down the spine with each inhalation and exhalation. Continue to elongate the spine to capacity. Continue to keep your shoulders at rest. Notice what you feel. Notice what you feel drawn towards. You will notice that as I practice the Kundalini breath rising, my body naturally takes on this circular motion. Breathing in, down, up, release. Go with your body's natural flow. This is what we're creating. This is the energy wave that we are creating through this practice. Feel this powerful wave of energy. Feel this flow. Visualize this circular pattern. Allow yourself more of a forceful, purposeful exhalation, expulsion of the breath as we leave. Remember our Ujjayi breathing, our yogic breathing, which demands a little bit of throat constriction, adding a little bit of heat to the breath as it passes through the throat chakra. Let us incorporate this to our practice. And so you hear that additional voice, that additional heat that's created. As it passes through our throat chakra. Know that in this moment, your presence is powerful, your practice is powerful. You're creating enormous amounts of chi throughout the spirit. Your body is warming. You likely have tingly fingers. You may have a tingly spirit. Feeling a raise in vibration. Stay present for it. Continue with this accelerated breath, this accelerated pace for a few moments, and we will continue to steer the wheel of our practice. As I begin to count us down, we will stay present with this pace for 3 breaths. We will count down through the 3 and then hold on to our awareness, stay in complete control of our breath and our movements, and we will slow down our pace in 3, 2, 1. Slow your elongation deeply. Hold here and slowly, purposefully release through completion. Stay present through your breath, through your exhalation. Throw it out. And now slowly inhale to completion. All the way back up. Keep the shoulders relaxed. The same bodily movement, the same awareness of our spine rising and lowering with very controlled, slow breathing. In this moment of presence, training ourselves to stay aware and in control of our mindfulness and our breathing. This allows us to take and maintain control of the enormous prana that we have created through our physical body, through our aura. Stay present. Continue to slow the breathing. Notice your mind slowing as well. Astonishing how the mind responds to the breath. When we control the breath, we control the mind. We control what enters the mind. We control our thoughts, our chatter, and we learn to control our demons. Grateful for the incredible power of mindfulness. In this moment, come to open palms in front of you. Continue to keep our shoulders relaxed as we draw in a slow, complete breath. Allow your spine to open, elongate, tilt backwards. Look up towards the sun or the sky. Show your heart to the sun. Or just further expanding, further lengthening, further stretching the back. As we breathe out gently, just return home. Connect the fingers in front of the heart chakra. Look straight ahead. Do not allow your chin to touch your chest. Breathe in again. Continuing to stay upright with relaxed shoulders. We're putting a lot of awareness into our back this morning. We're relieving a lot of tension, a lot of pain. Those of us that carry significant back pain throughout our days will find great relief today. Now let's allow our fingers to stay home in front of our heart chakra. Staying connected to our breath. As we begin the Qigong practice to warm up and open our palm chakras and to provide further relief, elongation to our spine, and a shoulder stretch. As we breathe in and out, just get in the habit of twisting our hands at the palm, just creating heat. Stay present with this movement for a few breaths, and then we're slowly going to add raising one elbow at a time with our in-breath. So breathing in, raising the right elbow, breathing out, coming back to center. Breathing in, raising the left elbow. Breathing out, coming back to center. All the while continuing to practice not involving our shoulders, keeping our spine elongated and erect. Breathing in, right shoulder. Breathing out, center. Breathing in, left elbow. Bringing out, center. Right elbow, home. Left elbow, home. Don't forget to allow the spine to elongate with each inhalation. So this remains our practice. Continue to stretch and expand the spine when we breathe in, at the same time as we rotate our hands and lift our elbow. And allow it to be present on our mind that our intention, that our purpose as prayer warriors, as light workers, is to do the foundational work, the practice on thyself, the practice within thyself, to allow us powerful access to our chi, to our expanded aura field, and to allow us powerful access, clear, energetic connection to our source creator, to the Reiki frequency available in abundance to all. Coming back home, continuing to practice keeping our shoulders relaxed as we breathe in, expand lengthwise. Allow the chest to expand and widen as we continue to elongate the spine with each breath in. And now practice bringing the fingertips together as we exhale. So continuing to stay present with our practice of spine elongation, Kundalini rising. Notice the head tilts up during our inhalations. The chest widens and the spine elongates. Be present with the knowing of what goes through the body during these practices. What we're doing with our physical body is initiating the path and creating that heat and that energy to rise that very Kundalini through the spine. Tomorrow I look forward to hearing from many people about the comfort that they find in their backs, particularly those of us that struggle. Feel welcome to continue with that movement if you like, or to bring yourself to a place of stillness, with open palms down at your lap or on the surface in front of you. Just bring all physical awareness to the very tip of your nose. Stay present through every inhalation. Feel every exhalation. Keep our spine elongated. No slouching through this practice. Allow the breath to become slow and even. In this moment, in this height of our practice, when we have the most chi, the most prana, the most powerful connections available to us, it is now that we come together as prayer warriors and light workers and engage our gifts. As we bring our awareness to those that we know, to those that we stand for, to those that we pray for. And so I ask that we continue to be aware of our presence, being aware of the space that we share, be aware of the energy, the spirit, the kundalini, and the chi that we have created in powerful doses throughout ourselves. This is the very spirit, the very abundance of life force that we will send from ourselves. So I ask that everyone contribute and participate in engaging your gifts and praying for our friends. You may have heard me talk about my sister, who is struggling with battles of cancer and other things, and is the inspiration for my particular healing journey to provide myself with a vessel of alkalinity for a prolonged state. And I am on day 24 of my juice fast to walk this path, to provide the possibilities and to showcase how accessible true and natural healing can be. And this is a difficult day for her as she faces a big and deep and invasive surgery. So I ask that you sit with me as we pray and send Reiki to her so that her healing is encouraged. I ask also that we continue to pray for our friend Reverend Ned, who remains in the hospital, going through his recovery. He has sent word that he's doing okay and hanging in there, and he is working towards establishing more communication. I ask that our prayers and Reiki also be with Rita, who is back to having to travel for work. So she has to spend 2 days on the road. So I ask that Our love and our hearts and our prayers are with them as well. That our prayers remain with our sister Tammy, who is sharing in on a healing journey and going through her cleanse as well. And I believe it's on day 5 of a water fast. Love and Reiki and loads of support for you, Tammy. Continue to send prayers and Reiki to the warriors of the Kid Convoy. Those battle-tested road warriors, Kim and Kathy, with Jamie and Chad and Bree, the warriors that step up for the cause. Mike P, who is struggling through his own healing journey. We send you love and support. Northern Lights, we miss you, brother. It has been some time. We send you Reiki and know that the light remains on for you. Sending love to the Manny Feathers, Nenny J. Sending love to Dom, Crystal and family. Sending love to Nikki and Drofla. May you stay strong and continue the course. Love to Barb, Empress and Edmund. To Janine and Janice. Continue to hold it down. Sending love and Reiki to Deborah, to Debbie, to Anne. Sending love and Reiki to Hippie G, to Scott, to Maddie, to Tim, to Colleen, to Barb, and to Lindsay. I'm going to hold quiet time, noble silence, for space for continued prayer and Reiki. For those of you that wish to pray, I encourage you to maintain this space and this presence. Just continue to engage your gifts. Send our Reiki through our friends, through our community. Contribute to raising our vibration so high that we have our own shield from the darkness. Contribute to creating a healing space so bright, so abundant, so powerful that the energetic frequencies that surround us spark new life within all of ourselves with every breath. Dear Sangha, as I close this moment of Reiki healing, in the presence of this powerful prayer community, I do so with a gratitude for your contributions. I do so with the knowing and the gratitude that Reiki will continue to emanate from each and every one of us throughout this day. That our mindfulness is thick and powerful and will continue to stay with our friends and family throughout this day. I'm grateful for the knowing that Kelly's surgery will be safe and successful, and that natural healing will be encouraged throughout her body. I'm grateful for the knowing that natural healing is surrounding Reverend Ned and encouraging a clear path towards recovery for him. I'm grateful for the knowing that the Sangha is safe and protected and connected. I'm grateful for the knowing that our families respond to our increased vibration. I'm grateful for the knowing that before we pray, before we meditate, we work on thyself to increase and expand our community through our kundalini, through our vibration and spirit. Thank you for sharing this space today, friends. I appreciate you. Please continue to engage your gifts throughout the day. Keep our struggling friends on your mind and your hearts. Thank you, brother. Happy to see you here today. Thank you for the prayers, Kevin Silently praying for all. I love you all, family. Thank you. I appreciate you. And this is what you need to do. This is what we need to do. We're here because we're light workers, we're light warriors, we're prayer warriors. And so when people need us, this is what we do. We know that meditating, sending Reiki, praying, these are acts of emanating prayer fields, extending fields of energy. And these energies are much, much more powerful when we practice together in a community of like-purposed and like-minded individuals. And as our lovely warrior states, our light is so bright it can be a beacon to UFOs. Dom's hands are on fire. My hands are on fire too, brother. That means we pray hard. We put our spirit into it because it's our purpose. I felt the energy leaving my hands, headed straight to them all over the world for pure healing. That's it, brother. You're becoming so clear. You're moving so deep along in your path. And when you visualize this energy, this Reiki, circling this great big flat world, and you can see that and you can visualize that, that's that much stronger that your presence is becoming. Confident that we will expand the love and healing love. Namaste. Thank you, Manny Feathers. Thank you, Jenny Cook. I want to give a shout out to our new group of level 2 Reiki practitioners who were attuned yesterday. Love and shout out and much success to you, my friends. Always makes me happy to know just a little bit more of a piece of that purpose fulfilled every time, you know, we attune someone new to this path, to this energy, or to help to move anyone further along. in their path. And I'm grateful for the people that work together and to show up and to contribute to this purpose. And while we move into things like more organized courses, classes, and things like our Patreon community and our private chat, like, understand and remember the things that I have talked about from day one for 6 months or more. No one's ever left behind because of funds for anything. All you ever have to do is reach out. Just talk to me. There has to be an even exchange of energy. That's how karma works. But there's always support. That bump at the base of our skull and back is really sore this morning. And then I think you're asking, can that be from the attunement? Possibly. If you're holding some stagnant energy there, I will tell you that I'll be curious to know how you feel right now in this moment, because the practice that we did this morning would be ideal for loosening that up physically and also breaking that up energetically. So if that practice felt good to you, Kim, I would encourage you, if you're still feeling any type of discomfort or strain, I would go right back to it. Remember, the key is relaxed shoulders. And just sit with this practice, comfortably breathing in, looking up, elongating the spine, and just slowly coming back down. This provides remarkable relief to our backs, to our necks, opens up a lot of things. It's a very, very simple practice, but it requires mindfulness and diligence. It's not just throwing our body around. There's no slumping or slouching. It's perfect posture. It's connected seats bones, sitting comfortably. It's relaxed shoulders, and it's expanding and elongating the spine with every single inhalation. Just releasing with the exhalation. It's a tremendous practice. No, dear one, that bump is not a chakra. And so, friends, I encourage you to join the Patreon group. Ultimately, it will be a complete move over. And I think that you will find it doable. And if you don't, talk to me. As I said, we'll never leave anyone behind. Scott says, my roommate is amazed at how I influence the weather on my property. I'm just grateful. Because you're a powerful spirit, brother. I bet you have great weather around you and great energy. I appreciate you, Scott. It means a lot having you in the community, in the chat. We need these powerful manifestors. I feel clear and open like a door, like wind is blowing all around the inside of my body. It was released. Beautiful, brother. That is well said. I love that feeling. The hardest work for us to do is to open and just allow things to come. These things are doing the work. We just have to receive, right? Just have to make sure we get those things out of the way. Morning, Empress. Thank you for expanding, improving my coping skills. Calm amid chaos. I appreciate your words, dear one. Thank you. This is our purpose, primary purpose. And think about this, expanding and improving our coping skills. Our coping skills are just that, the skills that we use to respond to everything, right? We attach positive, high vibrational emotions to everything that we respond to. This changes who we are. This changes everything about our life and everything about our path. When we realize the energy spectrum, how to see it, how to connect to it, how to stay connected to it, we can truly keep ourselves away from low vibrational states of being at all times. That's the beauty, that's the power of mindfulness. And Dom says the coffee is helping too. Dom, of course, is referring to the Hempworks CBD coffee that he just got from me. And it sounds as though he's a happy camper at the moment. So that's good stuff. I know I don't talk about it a lot because, I'm just not somebody that likes the commercial side of things, the self-promoting side of things, but I do have the CBD. It's a phenomenal product to help with pain, both on the inside, to help with sleep, to help with anxiety, little extra pieces. You won't need it forever. If you practice with us diligently here, I promise you, by practicing with us diligently here every day, by responding to these words, by following the path, you can absolutely eliminate anxiety, depression, PTSD, all these things from your life forever. It can be done. I know because I've done it and I've taught many others to do it. And we're talking about people drowning in darkness. And this is what we're here for, to improve ourselves and to change the world. Because too many people think that when these things happen to us, that's who we are, that they define us, that we're stuck. Hi, my name's Kevin. I have depression. Fuck that. My name's Kevin. Not today. Thank you for sharing your intention today, Don. My intention is to practice Reiki on my wife. I feel the energy running through my body for healing. That's beautiful, brother. I want to hear about that. How's that go? There's, there's 2 classes full of graduated level 2 Reiki practitioners that are supposed to be practicing their Reiki on people. Hopefully that is happening. From high strung to mellow yellow. True story. I'm grateful for time spent there, Sangha. Those of you watching from the Patreon stream, I would love feedback to know if that worked okay or not. I'm guessing there may still have been the same technical troubles that I was dealing with last night. Beautiful, brother. Makes me happy. Makes me happy. Yes, Kim, it is a. That's funny because you're signed up for it. It is a platform. So, yeah, ideally you'll be able to go right to the home. So it's in the form of a post. So I can make posts and it can be live streams, and that's the intention. And so I made several practice test streams last night to make sure that things were smooth and things were not smooth. So that's just another piece for me to figure out. But we will. Grateful for your support. Scott saying, practice daily healing on my Great Dane, which is elderly now and lived a life of abuse, and showing his years. He too is on CBD. Yeah, right on, brother. Our pets are beautiful and willing practice participants at all times. It's always fascinating to see the way that our animals respond to Reiki, how they want to just be. They don't know what's going on. They love the energy. They know that it feels good and it's soothing and it's healing and it's universal, and they appreciate that. I too have a rescue that was abused, and it's very clear how he loves to respond to the gentle, calm energy that we have here pretty much all the time. This is a very lovely space, a lovely energy that Rita and I share because of who we are. Because Rita's so lovely. Janice, my love, I am able to lift my arms somewhat today. Reiki is possible. Reiki, absolutely. Reiki is always possible, with or without arms. But we will send Reiki to your arms so that they continue to be liftable. I'm guessing maybe you got yourself a strong workout yesterday. That's right, many feathers. That's beautiful. We've seen this. We've seen your dog be drawn to you during Reiki, Jenny Cook. Same with Michael's. I typically try to keep my animals out there during our practice, but yeah, when we're by ourselves and the doors are open, they're all over the place. No words need to, brother. Thank you. Thank you. The best feeling is that our purpose is being fulfilled. We should all be healing our fur babies, our pets. So Michael is taking some of his animals to the groomer today. And this would be, Michael, as a Reiki student and practitioner, this is good practice for you to send that Reiki during the trip so that they remain calm and feel safe. This definitely sounds my dog fight for meditation space, or just to be the sole beneficiary of the energy that we put out. That's funny. Tammy Sprinkle says, I love when I go outside and I'm all jacked up on energy. And the neighborhood dogs look at me like, hey, I feel you. This is funny because I feel this way about people sometimes. I go out there with energy and abundance, and I just I wonder sometimes. People in this world. My friends, I will prepare to close things down for us here. I'm grateful for your time, for your practice, for your prayers, energy, and Reiki, particularly for those in healing and struggling moments today. Thank you for sending love to Rita. Thank you for sending love to my sister. Thank you for continuing to hold the light on for Northern Lights and for Reverend Ned and for our entire Sangha and community. Thank you for rising and practicing. It's very important. It means everything. Thank you for supporting and staying connected. Still got one more week of suspension for the normal YouTube channel. I'm not sure what tomorrow is going to look like with Sean Morgan. We have to talk. I know that there's a lot of things in the works, and you see that sometimes we get stumbling blocks, and those things are technical issues. Sometimes they're suspensions, just different things. But I hope that you see by now, that you've noticed by now, you've come to understand that we do not stop. We may temporarily have to reroute our path, but this is what we do. Everything that you see me do here is precisely what I talk about during these moments, during these mornings. There will be a podcast that's being lifted. I'm processing and working on the Patreon platform, but there's already additional backups being looked into in case this doesn't work out. So either way, we're always going to move forward. And you just can't be completely reliant on YouTube because of the censorship. But I'll tell you what I did find out, and I didn't realize this, is that those strikes are actually temporary. And so they will start to be removed. I think the first strike gets removed in August, and the second strike gets removed in September. So if I can make it through then without getting that third strike, we may be safe. But unfortunately, I will not be streaming any more Trump speeches, and that sucks. And it's the funny thing. I don't see Right Side Broadcasting getting suspended. And the stream that got us our second strike and 2-week suspension, this current 2-week suspension, all I did was stream Right Side Broadcasting stream of Trump's speech, and I never said a word. And that got us our second strike. Why didn't it get Right Side Broadcasting a strike? The same exact content. Because this is what occupied America looks like. This is what makes our purpose all the stronger. So but it's okay because we're not going to be defeated by it. We're just going to learn from it. Be like water, like we talk about, and move through it. You know, it's a good point, brother. It might have been our comments. I don't really know. I have to go through hours of tutorials to do anything technical. So I don't know if I was under the impression it's just an algorithm looking for speech, but maybe it scans our comments too. I don't know. So, yeah, and I completely agree with this. We no longer need elite men ruling us. We need to be left alone. Could not agree more. Okay, so whose awful comments got us suspended? Everyone's still here, even towards the end of our show. That's pretty cool. I wanted to make sure I came back to say goodbye and not just end. Yeah, it's the jab words, and it's. I'm glad that we had the foresight to have the backup channels. And I don't know if all of you know, I made a second backup channel. It's just called Engage Reiki without the D, and doesn't have any subscribers yet. I haven't really talked about it yet, but I am streaming to there as well. So if you want to sub to that one as well, just so that there's always options. I'm also looking into locals.com, which is gaining a lot of interest, a lot of fascination, and might be a good alternative. Ultimately, who knows? Better than Patreon. We'll see. So regardless of the rest, this I do agree with. We are what's coming. So to stream through, to answer your question, and to stream through Patreon, you have two options. One is a private YouTube stream, and the other, I can't remember the name of it, but it's another program, and that program is really expensive. I can't afford it. So it really just gives you two options. Janice is sharing, have a beautiful day, family, full of love and blessings. Great things are happening in my little neck of the woods today. Happy to hear that, dear one. You need to have some blessings for today. And I hope that we are helping to create that for you. The light is beginning to shine upon the darkness. Yeah, it's just engage Reiki without the D. I'll add the D if my main channel gets removed. But in the meantime, I can't use the same name. I am starting over as far as content goes, and I'm free from attachments. So if all the content is lost, it's okay. It won't cause any negativity. It won't cause any frustration. I'm aware of, what we face and what we're battling. And so if that channel is a casualty to this great war, then so be it. We're all warriors. But we'll keep moving forward. We'll keep rerouting and finding the right platform. But all of the new and growing groups of Reiki practitioners out there in the world is awesome evidence that we are moving forward. Love to get in on that camping trip. I definitely want to get mobile. Been talking for, I feel like it's been months. We've talked about being mobile and doing this engaged Reiki tour of the country. Wilderness therapy coming to your door. They lost this battle long ago. Took a while to unwind it all, but we're so close now. We do command it, we call it forth, we put it into creation. Good morning to you, Nanny J. As we are just winding down and getting ready to say goodbye and to extend our well wishes to this powerful community of warriors and bodhisattvas. People that had a very good, purposeful practice and spent a lot of time in prayer and Reiki healing energy for our friends in need. Ms. Empress Marina, thank you for being subscriber number 3 on the new backup channel. Yeah. Happy you made it too, Nini J. Hope you have energy and peace about you today. Debbie Snyder Wilson is around the woods at my place. I need to share the pics of the deers and all the other animal my husband feeds them. Yeah, absolutely. Put some pictures in the Gab group, but not Facebook. Remember, delete Facebook and gauge your options. Fight censorship. We're up to 7. Look, we're blowing up. The second backup channel is going viral. We're up to 7 subs. I'm honestly a little surprised the super channel only has what, 60. Well, the main channel's well up over 500. So no doubt, brother, your energy shows it. It's easy to tell. You got kicked off in 2016. What were you talking about in 2016 that got you kicked off? Facebook didn't even get all that pissed off about the 17 movement in 2016, at least from what I saw. You were way ahead of the wave, Ms. Empress Marina. You must have been stirring things up. Good for you. All right, friends, I'm going to wind us down. I appreciate spending the extra time with you. I miss you all. Grateful for these moments. Grateful for our high vibrational interactions and the spaces that we share and create. I wish you all a day of abundance, a day of high vibrational joy, peace, love. Remember to stay present with your mind, with your breath. Remember to engage your gifts, any opportunity that you have. Remember to smile at your distractions and irritations. Don't let anything in this world bring you down today. Don't let anything disturb your peace. Don't let anything disrupt the work that you put in every morning. I encourage you highly, when we're done here, to walk over to the nearest mirror, look in it, and say, I'm proud of you because you're a warrior. I'll leave you with that, my friends. Peace, love, and namaste. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for those of you that are heading to Patreon. Thank you for the love and the prayers. Namaste.